Hi guys, welcome to another video by Optionables. My name is Saket and today I'll be explaining the trades taken on expiry day. So today we had a very good expiry and we ended with some good profits. We were able to recover what we had lost on the previous 2 days as well. So yesterday we had profit, but we had lost on Monday as well as Tuesday. So as you know that we don't look at lot of charts, but on expiry days we do base our trades on OI. So it is not completely based on OI. But today we did that because we found something surprising. We saw some unusual OI build-up happening at 36,000 calls, 35,900 short straddle and 35,800 puts. So we had never seen so much quantity at, to be honest. There was around 50 lakh quantities open, which is around 2 lakh contracts. As well as even at 35,900, both put together there were around 2 lakh contracts open. So it was a huge OI which we had never witnessed. So based on this particular data, we started taking the trades. So we started adding more and more quantities at 35,900 short straddle, because in the other strikes people were unwinding and they were adding more at this strikes. So in this video I have just covered a brief of OI analysis, and I will make a detailed video on that very soon. So I have just tried to cover the brief. One more important thing, in spite of adding so much quantity, we made sure that it was well within our risk framework of 2%. So there was a point where, so we had MTM of 3.5 lakh positive, and our max loss in the worst case was around 9.5 lakh, which means it would still come down to 6 lakh, which is 2%, and which is well within our risk framework. So we'll see that later in the video. As well as tomorrow, important thing is I am going live and you can join us at 9:45. We can all trade together. So 9:45 will be coming on YouTube and you can join us live. And apart from that, if you're liking the content on this channel, please do hit the like button, share and subscribe. So the key takeaways from this particular video is always cut your losses small, and then important thing is position size properly such that you always fall within your risk framework. So I hope you guys have liked this particular video. So we'll be quickly moving on to the video and I'll be catching you soon tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining. Hi guys, welcome to another live trading video. So today we had some good profits of around 6.2 lakh. But what is more important is what we get to learn from this particular day. As you all know, we don't see a lot of charts. So today also we didn't actually open the charts at all. But we do see charts. It's not that we don't see at all. We do see charts when the market tends to get volatile. So when market is moving quite a lot, that time we do open charts and see, because it will give you a better idea. Right, so today we based our trade completely on open interest. So today the data supported us quite a lot to push our quantity. So I am going to explain what actually we saw in the option chain and what actually made us go the quantity we went. So we went almost 14,000 quantity short in the current expiry short straddle. So that is not something we usually do. But today we did that, even though the premiums were just around 40 and 40. They didn't even cover, they hardly covered 80 points. So in spite of that, we ended up shorting huge quantities because of the data we had. I'm going to explain how exactly we looked at the data and what we could make of it. So now we'll be quickly moving on to the video. So before this, we have the morning trades, and I will just focus on the important thing, what we get to learn. And you can see the time is around 1:16 and I have booked everything in the morning trade and I have a profit of 40,000, and this is just freshly entered short straddle at 35,900 CE as well as PE. So I have entered the short straddle fresh and I have booked everything what I had taken in the morning. Okay, now I will move little ahead in the trade. You can see the time is 1:44 and we have passed around 30 minutes. I have started adding further quantities in 35,900 itself. Okay, so right over here, you can see we have moved almost 45 minutes ahead towards 2 o'clock, and I still have these 4,000 quantity open. So the stop loss has been kept for each of them, and I still have this 4,000 quantity open. And this is when I start looking at the option chain and I start to add more and more quantity of 35,900 short straddle. So in some time I'll just open the option chain in the app itself. So all this while I used to look at it in my phone and take the trades on the PC. So I didn't actually open it on the app. So maybe if I had done that, I could have shown you what exactly I was looking at. But never mind. Anyways, we are going to open it sometime in the app itself. So you can see that I start adding more and more quantity, and here is the option chain. So you can see here at 36,000 call option, we have close to 50 lakh quantity open. So trust me, for the first time, so I am not a very experienced trader, but so it's been over 5-6 years since I'm actually trading options. This 48 lakh open interest is the first time I have seen in BankNifty. So before this, I had never seen BankNifty hit a open interest of 50 lakh. So this is almost close to 2 lakh contracts. So which is extraordinarily high. So looking at this, since I was looking at this quantity for the first time, there might have been cases before, but I haven't particularly witnessed, right? So this gave me confidence that, okay, we might not actually cross 36,000 today. Why? Because if we actually end up crossing 36,000, then all the call writers over here and here. So there is some sufficient call writing over here also. If you can see, 26 lakh, 27 lakh is not a small contract at all. So this is trading at 64, and imagine people have sold this 27 lakh quantity is not a small quantity at all, right? So this gave more confidence that, okay, it might not actually go above 36,000. Now coming to downside, so there was some strong quantity getting built up at 900 as well as 35,800. Both put together, there was somewhere close to 57 lakh quantity open. So even this is very significant. So 27 lakh right over here, 27 lakh right over here, because if you see both put together, you have somewhere close to 110 points. And 110 points, and if they are betting somewhere close to 27 lakh plus 27 lakh quantity right over there, that itself is a huge amount. Plus you have right on top, you have this adding more support. Right at the bottom, you have these two with huge quantities adding more support on the downside. So you know that the range is narrowed. So this is what we actually looked at when we were looking at the option chain. So we saw some significant buildup happening right over here, whereas there was some sort of unwinding happening at the higher levels, and everybody was shifting to this particular level. So same thing happened here. There was unwinding right over here, and everybody was shifting to this particular range. So we knew that the range is between 35,800, 35,900 and 36,000. So expecting most likely the market will end over here. So what we started doing is, I will go to the actual trade. So we started adding more quantity. So I have kept a stop loss for everything. So you might ask, Saket, you have gained 1.8 lakh. Isn't it foolish to go 5,000 quantity? Aren't you exposing yourself to too much risk? So let me tell you. So how much is 32 plus 65? Totally, it is somewhere close to 99. And I have kept a individual leg stop loss at 120, which means if one hits the stop loss, the other is more likely to become 0, right? So which means I will be net losing around 20 points. 20 into 5,000. It is going to be somewhere around 1 lakh rupees, which means still I will be gaining around 80,000 rupees in spite of doing this. So similarly, we start adding more and more quantity. So as I move ahead, so you can see by 240, I end up opening option chain again. And this time you see your view getting supported even higher, 36,000. There is 53 lakh from 48 lakh. Both over here, it's 29 lakh. And here it is around 28 lakh. And here 34 lakh. So you can quite clearly see lot of OIs getting added in this particular range itself. Right? So it's more likely the market is going to end over here. So right over here, right? So we have gone 10,000 quantity short this time, and the stop loss is at 120 rupees. So still the stop loss is at 120 rupees. And how much is this going to be? So it is 54 plus 30, 85. So 85 minus 120 is somewhere close to 35 into 10k. So 35 into 10k quantity. In the worst case, I'm going to lose 3.5 lakh. I already have 2.3 lakh, which means how much is the worst case scenario I'm going to lose? Just 1.2 lakh negative. So based on the data, when there is so much of evidence that the market is going to end in this range, so is it a bad idea to risk this? Because it is still within your risk limit. I am okay with taking this 1.2 lakh loss because it is still within our risk limit. And that's the reason I started pushing it higher. So now what if the stop loss does not get triggered and you miss? Absolutely no problem. I have my hedge legs covering. So in the worst of the worst case, in the most worst case, I would be losing somewhere close to around 5 lakh, which means end of the day, I would end up with negative 2.5 lakh, which is still within our risk limit. So the hedge legs are very close. You can see it is at 35,700 as well as 36,100. So even though it misses, you would still be in a comfortable position. So it's 2.3 lakh now. And now what I do, I exit some and I start adding some more to 35,800 calls and puts. So I add some more to 35,800 calls and puts. I have kept my hedge legs as it is. So you can see that now I move little ahead. I have just added some extra quantity. So what you see here is I am actually shifting from 36,100 towards 36,000 because this is giving me more cushion. So as I increase the quantity, I am shifting closer. I am just giving a 100-point buffer, and my profit right now is 2,86,000. And my idea was the moment it breaks 800 or it crosses over 960, I am going to square off all the positions. So that was the idea I was trading with, right? So here, as I move further ahead, you see that I start entering the next week contract also. As you can see that as we approach towards 3 o'clock, so we have an MTM of close to 4,30,000 and some brilliant decay has happened in all the legs. And you can see that right after 3 o'clock, that is the current week expiry legs, start to lose lot of steam. And we shoot up suddenly towards 5 lakh, 5,55,000 and so on right after 3 o'clock. And we get some very good decay after 3 o'clock. I'm going to show you that now. So as I move ahead, you can see right over here, we jump to 4,90,000. In some time now, we jump to 5 lakh and 5,60,000. And we already hit around 6 lakh as we approach around 3.5. So there was some brilliant decay which happened during this time. Now as I further move ahead in the trade, you can still further see that I have only the next week contracts open right over here, and our profit has now hit around 6,20,000. And as I further move ahead in the trade, you can see that finally I exit everything at a profit of 6,36,000. So you can see right over here, all this while we had very good risk management. Time around 2:45, we had around 14,000 quantity open, right? And we had kept stop loss for everything, and we also had a hedge leg. And our M to M was somewhere close to 3.5 lakh, around 250. So around 250, we had hit around 3.5 lakh. So now the worst case scenario was we would have lost somewhere close to 9.5 lakh. So in case the stop loss didn't trigger, something happened and so on. And if there was a huge move, then no problem at all, because we had lot of extra hedge. For 14,000 quantity, we had 22,000 quantity extra hedge. So there was no problem at all if there was a huge move. But if the move was small, just around 150, 200 points, then in the worst case scenario, we would have lost 9.5 lakh. So how much that would be? That would add to somewhere close to negative 6 lakh, which is 2% of our capital. This is the max risk what we take per day. So we have already mentioned about that 2% maximum risk what we take in a single day. So I'll be quickly filling in the Excel and showing you the Excel sheet. So you can see right over here, I have filled in both the days. Yesterday we made 70,000 profit, which I had already put up in the community tab. So you can check that out as well. And also today we made around 6,35,000. I have taken 30,000 as brokerage. Overall, we ended achieving our target of 3%. So I will increase the target to 5%, that is 15 lakh. So even if we are not able to achieve this, it is absolutely fine because we have already achieved 3%, and we will see how it goes. So the point I was trying to make here is, in case if we had ended up losing huge over 3-4% in a particular day, then even this gain would be insignificant, right? Because we have already paid 2 lakh in brokerage, which will itself be adding to a lot of cost, right? So you can see that over time, maintaining consistency in profit as well as trade and cutting down your losses small is going to make you grow slowly but surely. So you are not going to have 20% in a day, but that's not required, because you can definitely grow 3-4% a month. So this was the trade today, and tomorrow we will be coming up with live video. So tomorrow, don't forget to join us live on YouTube. We'll be there from 9:45. And also, if you're liking the content on this channel, please do hit the like button, share and subscribe. So what I showed you in the option chain today was a very quick brief. So we didn't completely cover in detail. So I'll be doing that one more video on option chain and how we actually look at it and what are the different aspects of option chain you can also look at. This is one very small brief session which we had in this particular video. I'll be making a detailed video on this soon. So I hope you like this particular video, and I hope you guys have liked this video, and I'll be joining you soon tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining, guys. See you soon.